we were just had our priorities right in what we were trying to accomplish on the ice. And so much that by the leaders of our team I thought were really strong tonight. So you can't be all things at all times, and I think we tried to be over the last little while. So we got our priorities right.
What were some of those priorities?
Those are top secret, Katie. It's top secret. It's part of the identity of our group. We get away from it. We can't win on a consistent basis, and we certainly can't build. You can't put out 10 fires. You've got to get the most important thing going, and so we were better at it tonight.
The forecheck was on from the beginning, and it stuck around, which maybe it hasn't been before.
No, I think
the same with that.
Like, there's two pieces to it, right? There's the routes are basic. There's nothing unusual in the systematic part of our forecheck, but we were far more intense on broken plays. Think of Verrhaeghe in the second period, especially in the corner across the bench, to be able to get on a defenseman and stay on the puck 2 or 3 times to get possession to chances. So that was very good.
Well, we're a kid like Mackie, just what stood out to you so far through the first 20-some games of the season?
I think in the band of, how do I try to explain it to you? So I think he's made consistent improvements in his game, and the gap between his good and his worse is closing. So there's not as much aberration in his game. And it's not the goal scoring, it's all the other parts of it. And I thought that line was really good. And I thought that Volquist and Ryan and those guys should set the style for the line, and he followed right in.
Lundell didn't go tonight.
Yeah, he was a little sore today, and they put the big bubble on, and he just didn't feel right that he was ready to push. And it was also part of the game, the style of game. I would think that he's playing the next game because he was very close to playing this one, but he'll have to be, feel better tomorrow for that to happen.
In that shorthanded goal, Barkov creates it. Ekblad, he's on it.
Yeah,
Ekblad, and he dropped in, boom.
So that was Aaron Ekblad's best game of the year. He was up the ice. He was physical. He bought room for our forwards on a number of rushes just by being a big man driving. His gap was good. I like what he's doing at the top of the power plays. More experienced veteran guy there, just taking what's there and making plays that need to. I was really, really happy with his game. I thought he and Barkov, Bobrovsky, Kachuk, I thought those guys, I don't even talk about Gus Forsling. I totally take him for granted every night, but I thought our drivers were very, very good.
As you flip Belinskas and Kulikov, what do you think of just the new deep pairs and the balance there?
Yeah, well, we ask a lot of Uvis. We put him on his offside, and there's some turnovers. It's never an effort thing with him, but so we just flipped him back to get him on his strong side.
Do you think Ekblad gets underappreciated maybe nationally? I know in this room you guys talk about him a lot, but, top-tier defenseman on back-to-back Stanley Cup appearances.
Yeah. You know what happens, and I understand it, but the how we appreciate defensemen has changed over the years, and it's skewed to points now. And Aaron came in as that player. He was quite a point producer for a while, but he's been a big part of the change in style of play. He's a spectacular defender. He and Gus are a fantastic player. They're probably close to 26 minutes tonight. I appreciate that for him because there's a sacrifice that goes with it. When you think your player's up for a contract, these guys all now get paid on points, and there's a sacrifice for him, to our team, for him to put the defense first, and he's done that.
And nice to end this thing. You guys have a lot of pride in this room to end it before you go into Thanksgiving. Then you got the big back-to-back against.
Yeah, it was a first step, but it was evident and clear that we're not going to win every game. They had a bunch of guys out of their lineup tonight, but they've won a whole bunch of games without those guys, so they've been a good team. So it was a good, solid home win. Most importantly, we got the priority right, and it was evident.
I mean, after a day like yesterday in practice, how good did it feel to see those guys out there playing with as much fire as they did in the first period?
I knew that would be the case. I truly felt that they would be, but I liked the fact that we sustained it in parts. I thought we got better as the game went on. I know the order of the goals necessarily reflected, but there wasn't a drop in our game.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.